John Grant was more than an author. It was thanks to his books from the 1980s that made me realise how important reading was. And if it wasn't for his books, things may have been very different. John Grant also did a lot for the Ladybird book department, going as far as to make books based upon the following TV shows: Masters of the Universe, She-Ra, and Transformers. Plus the vintage audio cassettes that came with the books were a very great way to teach people how to read, and I'll always appreciate the efforts he made in making our world feel truly complete with a legacy of brilliant stories that will last forever. He was the first person to both write and illustrate on camera. He also loved these forays down to London, where he rubbed shoulders with the stars such as Bernard Cribbins, Alan Bennett, Kenneth Williams and the young Judi Dench. He was especially delighted if these visits coincided with a Top of the Pops rehearsal day, when the glamorous dance group Pan's People were also in the building. His children were mystified as to how their father was on their television, yet in the room in Edinburgh too. Always clad in an Aran, or Fair Isle jumper, he almost melted under the studio lights. John was always willing to help, either by designing or drawing for invitations and posters, to storytelling at book events. We made him an honorary member, much to his amusement. I've become a sort of appendage of Edinburgh Children's Book Group, where I have revelled in children's reactions to books and stories, and have felt privileged at these events, where some wee soul may have been shown a slightly less restricted reading world than page 3, and to the less intellectually taxing parts of Confessions of a Mad Taxidermist and the like. Meanwhile, he was able to continue his love of sailing and horse riding, but unfortunately his horse didn't share his enthusiasm, and a bad throw resulted in a broken hip. However, he continued to support riding for disabled children at Drum Riding School. The last word will go as usual to John in the form of a poem he wrote on the prospect of enforced idleness in eternity. Endless leisure. Thank you, no. Just leave me where I am below. And when my name comes shining through, as some Cecil VDU, just switch me off and let me be a dead leaf on my family tree. I'll count myself truly blessed if I can have eternal rest, undisturbed, I pray and trust, a handful of contented dust. Rest in peace, John Grant. You're one in a million.